A message from Jesus Jeshua. Channeled by Judith Coates. Thursday, 19th of January, 2017. Boxes. Beloved one, now we are going to speak about boxes. You know boxes. You have done the moving from place to place, where you had to put the tangible items of life into boxes and move everything that you wanted to take with you in a box. But what I am speaking of now is the mental box that you are in. I have likened it unto a sandbox, where you play within a box, and this is what I am speaking of now, the reality, lowercase r, that you play within that box. You have your reality box, and it changes from time to time. You put various ideas into the box, and you let other ideas go from time to time. It is very much like when you were packing to move somewhere, and you put into it what you wanted to take with you. The same is true of the mental box that you work with all the time. You live in a very large mental box. For each and every one of you, your box is somewhat the same and somewhat different, because you have a shared reality, lowercase r. Definitely you have a shared reality with a capital R. As you are working with awakening, the box is going to change the size of the box, or sometimes the bulging out because you are getting a bit more understanding of self, and the old ideas do not really fit any longer. So from time to time, day to day, you change the makeup of the box and what is within it. Now, you share a certain brand of box, but they are not all the same, and what you put in your box is definitely not the same as what another one is putting in their box, because of the different experiences. You have come through experiences that are yours and not someone else's, so that you have a slightly different content in the box. But it is a box nonetheless. What you are doing now even in this time is allowing the sides of the box to be porous or to be let down so that you are changing, putting new ideas, new concepts, new self-image into the box, and sometimes the old image, now that you are moving into a new image of self, does not fit in the box, and you are pushing out the sides. That is what I encourage you to do. Push out the sides of the box. Allow yourself to expand to the place where the old box does not fit. That is what you are doing, whether it is conscious or not, because in what you see to be the last 12 months of your timing, the box that you felt was you has changed. You have changed. Your world has changed. Your world, as you understand it, has changed, so that the box that you were quite happy in a year ago has changed, has gotten a bit too small from time to time, where you have had to push out the sides a bit. You had to say, well, I need the medium-sized box. This small box isn't fitting any longer. Maybe I even need the extra large box. And this is true, because you are expanding in your understanding of who you are and who the brothers and sisters are. As you do that, the old box is too small. So I am going to encourage you to visualize your mental realm of what you think reality, lowercase r is, and it is around you as your ideas in a box. Now you are going to let the sides down. You are going to feel that truly you have outgrown the box, that mental concept of what you have thought reality, lowercase r is, even from the time you started reading this. Because that is what you are doing. Your growth is so rapid that truly the box that you were playing in as you began reading this has changed. It has very much changed since a year ago. Your world has changed. your technology is changing. Moment by moment it changes. New ideas, you get the most new device, say it is your telephone. You are so happy with it. It does so many things. This one can take pictures. I can text on this one. I can read all of my messages on this one. I am immediately in touch with everyone on my list. And what happens in the next month or so? A new model comes out. I have to have the new model. I have to keep up. Or you say, no, this one is enough beyond my thinking already. I am trying to understand this one that I have. In truth, for the majority of the ones walking planet Earth right now, your technology is farther ahead than what the normal brain can keep up with, and that is good. It allows for a bit of expansion. It allows for thinking outside of the box. That is where the terminology came from, of thinking outside the box. And that is what you are doing. From time to time I see you thinking outside of the box. You walk outside of what was comfortable, what you knew to be true, lowercase t, and you say, but this doesn't fit into my usual way of thinking. So you expand the box. Now, you share boxes with other ones. You have a box that is unique to you because of the experiences that you have come through in this lifetime and the ones that you have had in the allness of manifest form. And then, sometimes it loses its sides, and you take in the understanding of the allness of you from beyond time. But beyond your individual box you share a larger box with each other. We will get to that later. In a little while we are going to do an exercise of moving beyond the comfort of the small box. In fact, the small box is not comfortable. That is why you have to keep changing it from time to time. That is why you allow a certain bit of the technology to help you understand how vast you are. The vastness that you are does not fit into the box that you held a year ago or the box that you played in when you were 3 years old or 5 or 10. You have been changing the box from time to time, day by day, because there have been new advances that have come along to your understanding. You live right now in a most wondrous time. The box that you are playing in right now is wonderful. It is truly a wonder. From another lifetime, if you were to see what you are playing with in this box, you would be in amazement. The eyebrows would go up, and you would wonder, how could that be? But you, as the creative one, the extension of the one creative source, you have kept on creating and writing and reading. Something comes to you, a new text perhaps. You read it, and you say, oh, this is wonderful. This really opens so many doors for me. And yet you are the one who has written it. That is why you feel in alignment with certain texts that come to you, certain written words that come to you. Maybe they are what you call the fantasy, the novel, the fiction, and you really groove with it. Oh, I get so excited about what this character is doing. How is it going to work out? Is she going to fall in love with the hero? Is he going to come in time, and are they going to find each other and actually come together? Or is he going to go off into the sunset somewhere without her? You all know that feeling of reading and questioning. And the most wondrous part of it is, you are putting the words on paper as you go along. You read one page, and when you turn the page over, immediately there are some more words that are read. The same is true of the text that you read or the scripts that you read. There is nothing there until you put it there. But you have a most wondrous way of running around very quickly to the next page and writing it all out, so that when you turn the page it is all right there for you. But you have done it, otherwise, it would not be there. It would not be within your knowledge. You are doing it. Sometime play with turning the page so fast that you catch it as a blank page. I will guarantee that 99 times out of you will not be able to do it, because you manifest that quickly whatever you are thinking about. There is part of you that walks ahead of you. That is why the ones who are sensitives can see what you are thinking, can read you, as it is termed, because there is a part of you that is ahead of you, going ahead of you, preparing the place for you. You have heard that in your scriptures. You are the one going ahead of you to make the rough places smooth, and sometimes you get to a place that is not that smooth, and you wonder, what's happening here? Why is it this way? It is because you like a little bit of challenge, and that is good, too. It allows you to see the creative side of you. Truly you are creating in every moment. That is why I say unto you, make it joyful, make it fun. You are doing that more and more easily. I see you doing that, making it easier, happier, more fun for yourself. You live at a very wondrous time. Now, truly, every lifetime is a wondrous time. But right now, as you have your history, this is a time when you are putting together various pieces of the outward manifestation of the Spirit of you, which will be noted in your history books in some time to come, because you are decreeing that the old way does not satisfy any longer. These are wondrous times. As you are moving into what you call your new year, you will be taking account of what you have in your box and whether it meets the desires of a new way of thinking. Not only will you take inventory of what you have in your box, your predilections of what you have wanted to see in this year and how the activities meet up with the projected desires, but you will take note of the landscape of the contents of the larger box that you share with, first of all, the close group of friends and family, and later the larger collective consciousness. Your individual box is part of a larger box of reality, lowercase r. You will have much to contemplate, and the contents and landscape of the boxes will continue to change. Now I would do with you what is called a meditation. So allow the body to be comfortable on the chair. Take the deep breath which allows relaxation throughout the whole body. Feel yourself to be at rest. Feel yourself to be at peace. And in that space of peace, allow the mind to visualize a box, the bottom, the four sides, and the top. You are within the box. You may make it any size that you want to make it. You may make it any color that you want to make it. You may make it any shape. I will give you a moment or so to visualize your box, size and shape, from the inside. You are inside the box. Now visualize the roof of it being lifted up, open up the top. Allow yourself to feel the rays of light coming into the box. Visualize what you see looking through the top of the box, the open top. And now visualize the sides of the box falling down, opening up the box completely, allowing new ideas, new thinking to come in. If it feels a bit strange, know that you can put up the small fencing around so that you have some way of containing yourself so you do not feel that you are going to fall out of the box. Now you see that your box overlaps with somebody else's box. And now that the roof and the sides have come down, you can see that you can walk from one box to another box to another box to another box. There is what you call the exchange of ideas. You do not have to accept the ideas. You can put up your shield. But maybe you look over the top of the shield, and you are curious what ideas someone has in their box. As you feel a little more confident, you can allow the fencing to disappear so that you can walk into another box. You still have your home box, but you can walk into another box and see what is there. What does it look like in this other box? Is it light? Is it comfy? Is it squishy? Is it hard? Is it dark? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is there someone there that you can talk with? You stand at a place now where the sides of the box are permeable. They are truly falling down, because there is much traffic back and forth between and among the boxes. You are curious. You want to know what your neighbor has as far as beliefs in his, her box. Some of them you feel at home with. Some of them you do not feel at home with, and you turn your back and go to some place comfortable. Pause. Know that you live now in what you call this modern age, this 21st century as you have counted time, but as you walk out of your box, you walk into a most wondrous universe, an open universe, and you can trust it, because you are always in charge. Nothing can harm you. You are the explorer. You have been called the explorer race, and you are, because you are wanting to know, what is outside of my box? What more is there? You say to the other ones that you meet, what is in your box? What do you believe about the universe? What do you believe about the solar system? What do you believe about history? What do you believe about prehistory? And what do you believe about post-history? What is it going to be like? Are we going to recapture what we have done? Are we going to explore the solar system? Are we going to explore beyond our solar system? Are we going to go boldly where no man or woman has ever gone before? You have a saying sort of along those lines. What will we find? How will it be? How has it been? Have I always lived? Have I always lived in the box known as Holy Mother Earth, or did I come here from somewhere else? Was there another box that led to this box? Where was I before I was here? Where will I be in the expanse of time? How will I be? Will I be in a group? Will I be in a family, an extended family? Will I share a large-size box with family? Will I share adventures? Where will I go? Where have I been? And when you feel complete, come back to your box. Put up the sides, if that is what feels comfortable. Cover over the top of the box, or leave it open. Feel yourself to be back in your room, but know that any time you want to, you can open up the sides of the box and explore. You are a vast expanding mind, capital M. When you feel comfortable, open the eyes and be here now. So be it.